Feeling lost isn't exactly a flaw, but it's more of a phase that everyone has gone through in their lives. Any successful person, right? They've all been there. No one got into the world already knowing exactly where they wanted to be. Everyone has felt stuck at some point, myself included, especially myself. Obviously, if you're watching this, you too, right? But waiting for clarity is what really kept me stuck because I'd always be thinking about all the different options I had and all the things I could do, all the different paths I could take, that I used more time doing that than actually moving towards those things I wanted to achieve. And that left me in the same spot no matter how much I thought. Thoughts are just thoughts at the end of the day, and it never led me anywhere. So I was just always the same person. Even when I was thinking about all these plans, I'd write them down on my journal. I'd say, I want to do X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. I felt productive in the moment, but I wasn't really. Because the truth is, it's nice and all to have a plan for everything, but if you don't do anything about it, if you have too much going on, you're gonna leave yourself in a situation where you're over flooded with too much thoughts that keep you stranded down, because moving forward, you don't see a version of yourself that can do everything you've set down for yourself, right? And it's only it's only until actually I started doing small actions, right? Small things that actually were in line with the goals I had, that I didn't exactly get the answers, right? But they gave me feedback, right? And clarity only showed up after movement. Clarity only showed up after movement. It was only after I started moving towards those things that I planned out, and even things I didn't, anything I had in mind, anything that felt would progress me towards the person I wanted to be. Once I took those steps, my brain started to get more clear. Because it's only when I started acting towards my goals, even if I didn't have it properly drawn out, it gave me a vague idea of where I needed to head, right? The direction I needed to take and how I needed to go with it. Because it's always overwhelming when it's all in your head, because your head always has all these thoughts, all these unnecessary things piled up with what you want to do, that it feels overwhelming in that moment. But once you actually get into the action, focusing on that one thing that you have decided to set out on, that your head or everything about you feels to be moving in turn with what you want, in turn with your goals, and making the most of every single moment. And I learned this obviously by doing it myself, right? And I wasn't aware I was doing it because it was a time I just decided, okay, wait, let me just do instead of plan. Let me just do and see where it goes from there. And the more I worked, the more my brain quieted down, the less loud it got, the more focused I got, and the more productive I saw myself being. And all these other things, all the noise, it started to quiet down, and I started to gain a sense of clarity in the direction I should take to improve on all those acts that I had overthought before, right? Now, I personally, I don't have everything figured out just yet, right? I've gained that sense of clarity, but it's not gonna be perfect, because I just need to keep acting more before I can truly say that I've grounded my clarity where I want it to be and move in the direction I should be, right? And that's okay, right? Not having everything figured out, it's okay. But all that matters is that I'm moving towards where I want to be, right? And that's simply where I am with it. And I'm pretty satisfied to see that they can be changed, even for someone like me. And I hope to see you guys also taking those steps and taking those actions and finding that clarity within yourselves, because I assure you, just laser in on one thing, one of those crazy plans you had in mind. Laser in, do them instead of planning them, and you'll find where you need to fill in the spots. And I assure you, you will find that clarity that you want, but you just need to take the actions, right? Let's find that clarity together. Peace out.